Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Reflect and Revive. I hope you're doing well this morning. I'm just going to go ahead and jump right into this morning's devotion, but I just want to share a verse that, and just some thoughts that God's been working with me specifically within the last couple weeks. And that is the struggle with being patient. Am I the only one? Does anybody out there struggle with patience? There's an old expression, hurry up and wait. I didn't understand what that meant until I got a little bit older, but definitely know what that means now. But, we have in our minds a lot of times how something should go, what it should look like, and if it ends up taking longer than what's in our minds or what we want, then of course we get impatient, and we live in this society that's a gratification driven, or if you're waiting longer than, 30 seconds, it's just like, oh, come on, And so I read a verse this week in the book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 32. It says this, it says, better to be patient than powerful, better to have self-control than to conquer a city. So how do we move away from this mindset of impatience or overcome this cultural pull towards this immediate gratification? How do we practice this in ways that's going to strengthen our faith? When we pursue God with all of our hearts, our desires become His desires, and I heard that verse, for the longest time growing up in Psalm 37:4, where it's delight yourself in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart. Of course, it's like, well, hey, like if I just delight myself in God, if I just, become a good Christian, check things off the box, God's going to give me whatever I want, whatever my desires are. And I realized as I got a little bit older that it's not necessarily that God's just giving handouts and just saying, all right, here you go, here's the desire of your heart, It's more so along the lines of the more you spend time with God, the closer you get with God, the more deep of a bond, I guess you could say, you have with God. His desires become your desires, and what God desires for us, and as we seek God, His desires become ours. And the Hebrew word actually for delight here actually carries with it an idea of being made soft or pliable. And so you could say that as we enjoy or delight in God, He shapes our hearts and our desires to look like His. Then instead of desiring this immediate craving of our fleshly nature, we learn to crave the kingdom desires that God has for us. And I know we all want to make a difference in this world, but a lot of times it looks differently than what we initially thought. We don't have that immediate impact, and so sometimes we feel frustrated, sometimes we feel discouraged, sometimes we feel like we've failed, or we've let God down, or we're not a good Christian. But the truth is that when God works, that when God's working in us, a lot of times God is working even if we can't see it. Really, I would even go as far as saying especially if we can't see it. So my challenge for you today and for this weekend really is just have that prayer where you're saying, God, may my desires, my wants and my desires align and be in tune with your desires and what your heart is for me. Or pray that, God, keep my heart soft and pliable, so that we can be patient, we can be compassionate, and loving as we serve those around us, and that we would really just serve them to the best of our ability, in a way that God has for us. So I hope this message has been encouraging for you, challenge you a little bit, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. God bless, and I'll see you soon.